In the previous video, we walked through the process of getting Sitefinity installed, and now you're ready to build your first website. Whether you created your project using NuGet or Project Manager, the very first time we try to access a newly created Sitefinity site, a screen asks us to configure the database. Now I have a few database types to choose from, but I'll simply use my SQL Express instance and continue. Sitefinity will take a few minutes to set up the database and will be taken directly to the admin area. I'm going to quickly log out to demonstrate the website front-end behavior when no pages have been created. Sitefinity will try to take me directly to the home page of my site, which at this time doesn't exist, so the system will show me a message prompting me to start creating pages. At any time, I can navigate to the admin section by typing in /Sitefinity at the end of my project's URL. Since I'm logged out, I'll be prompted to log in with my credentials. Notice how in the first minutes that we've started working with Sitefinity, we've learned a couple of core technical specifics about the system. First, that it's a database-driven application that can work with different databases. SQL Server tends to be the most popular choice. Second, we can also see that it's entirely a web-based ASP.NET 4 application, and content management can be entirely done from a web browser. Now that I'm logged in, this takes me back to the dashboard. This is the area where we can see the Sitefinity navigation, system status messages, and links to a few getting started resources and videos. Additionally, the dashboard is the entry point for your website recycle bin. The essential work areas are accessed through the top-level navigation. The first two sections that you see, Pages and Content, are the areas where CMS users are likely to spend most of their time, so to learn how the system works, it's better to start there. The navigation also guides you to other sections that you can later explore, such as the e-commerce module, along with the design, administration, and marketing sections. The last thing that you see at the very top is only there if you're working in a multi-site edition. This is a selector that allows you to change the context of all your sites and manage them through a single Sitefinity installation. Right now, we're logged in as an administrator, but all the options that you see here depend on the permissions that you have. For example, content authors and editors are by default unable to access the administrative section. Also, if you're running an edition that doesn't support one of the modules that you see here, for example, e-commerce, you simply won't see it in the navigation. If you're just getting started with the system, it's best to go first to the Pages section. Here is where we're setting the entire foundation of the website, our page structure. Since there are no pages created, I can go ahead and create my first Hello World page. Once I click Create Page, I'm taken to a section where I can set my page properties. In the next videos, we're going to explore the flexibility around page creation in greater depth and go through more technical details around this process. Right now, all that's required of me is to provide a meaningful page name of some sort, like Home or About Us, and I'll be good to go. Now we're ready to start dragging and dropping content in our pages and organizing them. Here I'm just going to create a Hello World page by dragging and dropping a content widget and typing in the text Hello World in a heading. And at this point, I'm ready to publish this page. Now that we have one page, I would recommend that you create just a few other blank or basic pages that make sense for you, such as an About Us page or a pricing page, for example, to start getting a sense of your website structure. I can do that by creating new pages and publishing them, or even by duplicating pages. Notice that even though I'm going fast through this process, Sitefinity subtly makes sure to take care of the SEO groundwork such as friendly URLs and titles. Now let's just create a few more pages and we'll worry about the content later. You don't have to worry too much about the titles or the order that you've placed these pages. They're just as easy to move around whenever you decide to start working out the specifics of the page structure. Let's add one final touch to our website, a navigation so that we can easily browse our pages and start adding content and widgets to them. For this purpose, I'm going to navigate to the Design section and look at the templates. I didn't remember the template I selected when I was creating my pages, but it's also easy to determine which one it is if we look at the page statistics. We can see that this template was used by a few pages already, and we can simply click on the template and make the edits that we need. I can go ahead and modify any layouts that I have defined on a template level. Layouts are an extremely powerful notion in Sitefinity that we'll explore more in our templating tutorials. Right now, I'm just going to add a menu that will allow me to navigate through the results of my first few minutes of work with my Sitefinity site. I can go ahead and publish this template and look at the site. By clicking Live Site, we find ourselves at the home page that we just created, and we can quickly navigate to the other pages that we've added, which right now don't have any content or widgets. Now that we have some basic knowledge around setting up our initial workspace, in the next video we can go through our first major task, styling and templating our website. Thank you.